Welcome back to Afternoon Live. All relationships come with some disagreement, but how you approach these difficulties is what really matters. Here to share healthy ways to resolve conflict, we welcome back licensed professional therapist and author of Big Dating Energy, Jeff Guenther, aka Therapy Jeff. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we're gonna have conflict.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not even so much how much conflict you get into, it's about how you resolve that conflict. That's what's most important.
Is it tough for us to even acknowledge that the people that we love the most sometimes those situations cut the deepest because we're really invested?
Oh my God, we're really invested, we're really in love. What they say could really hurt us and we can be really reactive. It makes total sense.
Okay, so let's talk about the tips that you have for us that can really apply to lots of different relationships in life, right? Okay, so number one, stop trying to win the argument.
Yes, that's one of the most difficult things to do.
I want to win so bad.
Of course, and I bet you would if you really tried to. But in my 20 plus years of being a therapist, I've never seen a couple get into a fight who's trying to win and then it ends in a way where someone's like, you're right, I'm wrong. Yes. I apologize about everything. You're so wise.
It never happens.
It never happens. And as your therapist, you're gonna force me to say something like, would you rather be right or would you rather be connected? Which is so annoying to hear, but it's a really good question. You're not in a boardroom, you're not in the courtroom.
Yeah.
It's about being connected and understanding each other and moving forward.
Well, and when you think about it, right, when you're so focused on your own goals or intentions, you're not really listening to the other person.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good advice. Okay, this next one, speak in feelings, not accusations.
Yeah, so instead of saying, you're always late and you never listen to me, it's really hard to not respond defensively because I'm not always late.
Right.
And I am listening to you sometimes, I promise you this. So instead saying things like, I feel anxious when we're late, or I feel dismissed or disconnected when you're not listening to me tell you about my day. Well, now I just feel for you and I want to connect with you and I want to be more empathetic when you're talking about your feelings instead of accusing me of never doing something or always doing something.
Are those the moments you have to kind of take a deep breath sometimes and say maybe not the very first thing that comes to your mind?
Yes, remember that you love your partner, hopefully. Hopefully. You love your partner. If you can remember that, then you'll probably be pretty sweet.
Okay, this next one, accept the olive branch even if it's awkward.
Yes, so therapists call extending an olive branch during a fight a rescue attempt. And couples that can give and accept rescue attempts during arguments, so many green flags. So a rescue attempt might be when you're in the middle of an argument saying something like, I'm feeling really overwhelmed. Can you hold my hand? Or I need some air. Let's go outside and take a walk. Or the face you make when you're so angry, your face scrunches up. It's so cute. I just want to squeeze it. It's really changing the vibe. And if you can be like, oh yes, I vulnerably want to connect with you, or I want to laugh at her inside joke, all of a sudden things get a lot easier to talk about.
It makes sense if you're still able to cut through those hard moments and remember, right, that you do like each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Stay on topic.
Stay on topic, please. It's so hard to stay on
that makes
topic
sense.
sometimes. So you might say, you shouldn't say something like, oh, I'm so upset about these dirty dishes, and also your mother-in-law was the worst to me at Thanksgiving. I mean, mother-in-laws, right?
It sounds so familiar.
Yeah. But the thing is that when you're talking about the dirty dishes and the mother-in-law, I don't even know where to start now.
Right.
This is crazy.
That's not helpful.
It's not helpful. So just talk about the dirty dishes. That's probably a problem you can solve. Talk about the mother-in-law stuff when you're not so hijacked and overwhelmed by the dirty dishes.
Is there a good way to make an appointment to talk about those things? Because they're really hard to dive into sometimes.
They are. So if you schedule a regular check-in time, like me and my partner have regular check-in times on Wednesday nights right before our favorite show typically. Hopefully it doesn't go into our favorite show because we're both really upset about that. But if you can have a regular check-in time to talk about these really difficult subjects, then it kind of forces you to have these conversations, or just go to relationship therapy. That works too.
When it's good practice, right? Just to keep the dialogue moving so it's not so scary when you do have something that you want to bring up for the first time maybe.
Exactly.
Okay, how about this last one? Be curious, not defensive.
Yeah, so let's say that your partner comes to you and says something like, I felt really abandoned by you at the holiday party. Instead of responding with something like, I was literally standing next to you the whole entire time, what are you talking about? You should say like, oh my God, that's horrible. I don't want you to feel that way. Tell me more about how you felt abandoned so we can make sure that it doesn't happen next time.
Okay, and it's not condescending and you're still gonna get more information.
That is key. Do
Yeah.
not be condescending.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll work on it.
Okay. Good
Nice
luck.
to see you.
Good to see you
Thank you
too.
so much. Okay, for more about Jeff, just head to our website at katu.com and we'll link you. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.